Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Thank you for joining. We got an extra spicy takes this week. Mustafa, Karthik, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Good. Yeah, thank you everyone for joining. This week is extra spicy because today we had our testnet devnet integration go live with Mustafa and Brokex, and we are finally getting the users on the tech that we have built, getting the feedback from you guys who are testing it. And we could not be more excited to be doing so because, yeah, it's a big milestone for us and everyone involved. Mustafa, I'd love to introduce you to everyone in our community. If you could just give us a brief intro on yourself and Brokex, that would be awesome.
Hello. Firstly, thank you very much to host me today. And so I'm the founder of Brokex, a protocol that will bring the CFD, so contract for differences, and the testnet. And we hope to make stocks, forex, index, and commodities tradable on the blockchain, but with the liquidity of the real world, like the traditional finance.
Yeah, that's right. So the differentiator is really the deep liquidity. Can you explain for everyone the benefits of having deep liquidity and how you guys are able to actually tap into the underlying liquidity and not like the on-chain liquidity?
So right now we are using liquidity providers for the traditional brokers. For example, the eToro, Capital.com, EC Markets, and we use the same liquidities of them, and we have a liquidity pool provider account. So when you buy, for example, Apple stocks on chain, we buy it on our side on the liquidity pool account. So when you win, for example, $100 or something, we have the insurance to pay you firstly, and secondly, we have access to the a very big liquidity, because on the traditional finance, all brokers are together. It's not like on the crypto in the on-chain trading, and I think that's a very big opportunity to bring on the blockchain.
Yeah. Can you talk about why bring that onto the blockchain? What sort of benefits do those markets get or participants in general get when those things become available on the blockchain?
For example, you have access to a very little fees, not like on the tradition, not like on the on-chain DEX, because, for example, on the virtual automatic market makers liquid DEX, there are a very big spreads and funding rate. But here we have a very big liquidity. Firstly, so when you open a trade, you have the execution on the same time, and you have the insurance to be paid, and I think it's a very important point.
Yeah, for the markets itself that normally like let's say forex just as an example. Normally I wouldn't be able to access that market on chain. I would have to do so off chain. What's like the benefit of having that on chain available to on chain users?
So you have all the security of the blockchain firstly, and for example, if we check all the actual protocols like Osium, or all protocols who offer the opportunity to trade forex, you can see that there are a very small liquidity. And I think, for example, the forex market is not working like the crypto market. We don't have the same synergies to use. Yes.
Yeah, so there isn't as much like utility if that market is just its own market and isn't interoperable with other markets. And not as many people have access, I guess, as easily as they could if it's on chain and they can access any time of day.
Yes. And
Uh,
for example, sometimes we can have opportunities to trade stocks if we see that Nvidia will release a new technologies or Google will release a new IA, and all your money is on the blockchain, you can at the same time trade, for example, today buy Google stocks, sell them, and go back to your crypto trading account without lose the time.
Right. So it's greater access to these
Yes,
products, right? On the user side, and then on the market side, just greater distribution to more capital that's readily available to deploy into these markets, right?
right.
Okay, well, that's great. On that note, with the Spice Flow integration, the whole kind of mantra here is to create better access for potential users of yours, and then, of course, on your side, you gain better distribution to more users out there. Could you maybe speak to the Spice Flow integration, how this is able to do that for you?
Firstly, the integration was very simple. We didn't change anything on our protocol, and I think it's a very good point for the developers. And also, Spicenet team do it for us, so we didn't get to do anything. Everything was ready, and I think that's a very good point. And I think the most important point, it's actually Brokex. It's natively deployed on Fathos, but the problem with Fathos, it's a new blockchain. It's a speculative blockchain, and there are a lot of blockchain, to be honest. And I think that the good point on that is that, for example, you trust more Ethereum or Base or Arbitrum blockchain, so your money is there. And when you want to trade, Arbitrum or Base are really Fathos is really cheaper. So we use it like an infrastructure. You understand what I mean? And
Yeah.
yes, but your security stay on Arbitrum or Base.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so for your guys's tech, like building that on Pharos is the thing that makes sense for you. But then most of the users are still on Ethereum and Base and Arbitrum, these other chains, right? So
Yes.
gaining distribution to those users sort of fits into one of the main things that you were saying is kind of the goal of Brokex in the first place, is like better access to these markets and better distribution for these markets, right?
Yes.
So now we have the ability to expand that to other chains and where most of the actual users are on chain. And I mean, the most important thing that I think, the thing that will make me happiest, right? And maybe you guys can weigh in on this if you're in the audience, is like, how much more likely are you to use an application if you can just deploy your capital directly from the chain you're on? The reason why we built this product is, for me personally, I am far more likely to do this. I will hear of a new product all the time on a new chain and just simply not check it out because I'm not set up to deposit and transact there.
Yes.
I think with a product like this, I'm more willing to use Brokex if I can do it from my Ethereum wallet, my base wallet. So I'm curious to see how the rest of the space reacts to that
And
as well.
another important point is that we don't split our liquidity. And for example, for PERP or the early exchange, it's very important. So we have deeper liquidity to give to the users. It's
Right. And for your guys, like, liquidity works a little bit differently as well, right? Because you're actually
yes.
going directly to the broker that's placing trades on the actual market.
Yeah,
Um, my question, I guess, is like how that would work differently if it was Pharos only, or if it was Pharos and Ethereum, or even if it would even be possible if you had to do it on Ethereum.
um, uh, the problem with Ethereum, it's very expensive, so you can forget it. And if we build our protocol on several blockchains, firstly, we need different infra, different executor keepers, and that's a lot of money that we will spend, and that will make the commission and the spread higher on our protocol. So have one blockchain, it's cheaper for the users too. And the second most important point is, for example, when you open an Apple stock position and you open it at $200, we give you a 10% insurance to be sure to pay you at the same time. So when you close your order, you will get your money. For example, if you win $10, and after that you will bring the $10 from our broker account. So we have a liquidity deposited on the protocol and on the liquidity pool provider, and we don't split the liquidity with Spicenet.
Right. Yeah. So you would have to split that liquidity otherwise if you wanted to bring the users from
Yes.
Ethereum or any other chain. You'd have to split it each time, right?
Yes, right. And we already it's hard to get liquidity for new companies and new startups.
Yeah,
So
definitely. Hard to get liquidity, hard to onboard users. I mean, all of those are the cold start
yes,
problems. Even at the chain level, like hard to bring new users and liquidity to your chain. So I think that's where our tech is most effective at, like new emerging technology that has unique use case but needs to solve some of those cold start problems. So I think, yeah, Brokex is a perfect way for us to be doing that, because you guys have something that you've built that's differentiated and important for people to get access to. And if we can help, boost and take you guys through the cold start and make sure you're off to a hot start, then I think the product will speak for itself from there once people get to use Brokex and tap into the deep liquidity on the assets that you guys are offering. So that's super exciting for us.
thank you very much. And another point I think that is very good with Brokex is that we have a paymaster. So after you deposit your collateral on the account, your money, you have you don't have to pay your on-chain fees with Fados natively token. So, for example, if you have your money on Base or Arbitrum, you will only pay it the gas fees for the deposit, and after that you have nothing to pay. So yeah,
Yeah, exactly. That's all part of making it like natively usable on your home chain, is handling the gas issues as well. That's
yes,
I think one of the trickiest issues when it comes to helping people transact on a different chain. You need to figure out where that gas payment is going to come from.
yeah. And with Faros is really cheap, so we can do the paymaster.
Yeah,
You will never have to deal with it. Like
yeah. This is something that Karthik and I have talked about at length as well, like trying to optimize the best ways to pay master and make sure nobody has to feel the the gas fee management. So yeah, I think it's just a kind of an obvious UX evolution in DeFi.
yeah.
Anyways, without further ado, Mustafa, I think we're gonna do a little screen share and show some of the flow for depositing and using Brokex from a different chain. Are you ready to do a screen share if I put
Yes.
your? Okay, awesome. Let's do it.
Tell me when it's okay.
Yeah, it's good to go. We see you.
Let's go.
Let's
For
go.
example, so here we want to deposit our, for example, our money from Arbitrum. Deposit Arbitrum. Select switch network. So now we are on Arbitrum. And for example, we want to deposit USDC. I will
Yeah,
deposit $50.
just to stop you for a second here, where it says that airdrop button right there, that's if you do not have any USDC on Arbitrum or on Base and you want to test this out. When you get to the app, you'll see that you can request an airdrop that will make sure that you do have assets in your wallet to actually execute that deposit with. Given you already have those assets, we can show the deposit.
Confirm deposit. The RPC is deposit.
Oh, you got a network error there.
Yes, it's from the RPC, I think.
Oh, that's just on the Arbitrum side.
Yes.
Mhm.
Up. From deposit.
Ah,
Hmm.
you want to try on base maybe?
I don't have a base token.
Oh, you should be able to get it from the airdrop, hopefully. Or actually, no, you would need to have the ETH. Okay.
Is it base select switch network? From casting airdrop.
Hmm.
To request airdrop. Why?
I think it's because you probably don't have any ETH on base.
Maybe. Let me.
You would need to request the airdrop, so
Yes, maybe.
no worries.
I think that was the problem. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah, getting a network error on Arbitrum. So is that an RPC error likely or what?
Maybe. I think it's the RPC.
Yeah, let me here. I can do I'll do a deposit. See if I can get it. This is one of the things with the DevNet as well. We'll run into these issues and then we have to diagnose and fix them. So you guys are watching it live now.
Because nearly
Yeah,
100.
if you want, it works for me.
Let me try with another wallet. Bitem, Sepolia.
Here I can do
I can do it if you want.
I was just gonna show this. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it. We'll do a base deposit. Okay. This will be the ultimate test as well because my Wi-Fi has been slow today. I think I have to unlock my wallet. Yeah.
I think you're on the wrong link.
Oh, I forgot you guys changed it. Okay, yeah, you go ahead
I
then.
can download if you want. Yeah.
Yeah. Go for it.
No. Can you see this?
Yeah.
Cool.
Added you to the stage. Yeah.
Base. I already have some tokens. It's just gonna do deposit.
Okay, nice.
The
So then
problem
what's happening here, guys, is the deposit happens on base Sepolia there. You'll see a second and third signature. That's to actually approve the deposits on the Pharos side. The gas fees will be sponsored by Spicenet. So this is a workaround that we have to do for non-7702 enabled chains, which Pharos is. So that's essentially what the flow looks like, and you'll see that that deposit went through. Do you want to also show some orders on the exchange, Karthik?
I'm already on it.
I want to say that the deposit worked on my side.
Okay, nice.
Let
Yeah.
me show you my screen.
All as a demo, cuz.
Yeah, yeah. I was gonna say it's like
Oh, by the way, yeah,
Look
yeah,
at it.
the order went through.
nice. I see it on Mustafa's
I
as
already
well.
have a pending limit order, so I'll just go ahead and cancel that.
Nice. It's
Okay.
like you can test it as many times as you want. When you go to show other people, it won't work the first time. But it does
There you go. The order
work.
was cancelled.
Nice.
Yeah.
Mustafa, is there anything else you want to show off about the Brokex app while you have people here?
So you can run the paymaster on. Turn it on. Do you see my screen?
Yeah, I'm just gonna
Take your
remove Spicenet logo so that people can see that there. Let's see. There we go.
Okay, so here you turn the paymaster on, and for example, if I open an limit order, I have to pay I not pay gas fees. The paymaster.
And how does that work, Mustafa? Like, how do you guys do the paymaster? Who do you run it through?
So you sign an EIP 712 signature, and when it's okay, our the backend, take your signature and spend it for you. It's integrated in the smart contract.
Oh, nice. That's cool. Well, we've been talking about how to do this like Spicenet wide. So this is like default for any app that we integrate as well. Is there any cases in which somebody wouldn't want to go through the paymaster? I guess, do they take on any additional fee for doing that?
So right now we make the paymaster free. So you
Cool.
want, yeah, but I think that will depend on the father's token price. So if it's higher, I think that use the Spicenet will be maybe better.
Okay, got you. Yeah, I mean, for you guys, you have it figured out. It's just not everyone is as advanced to have figured that out already. So it's like one of the problems that does happen with, if people are using Brokex or using a different app on Pharos and they don't have the ability to paymaster it, then they might not even know what the Pharos token is, and they'll be like, "Why is this app asking me to spend Pharos tokens?" Right?
Yeah. And I think the good point with Spicenet is that you don't need to change your code. To make the paymaster, that took us 3 weeks, and we deployed every single smart contract again.
Really?
So right now we are on the testnet, so it's not a problem. But imagine your app is on the mainnet, you can't do that. So here Spicenet can be useful.
Yeah, that's a super good point. I think that's one of the main selling points, and maybe you could tell people more about like any of the, you said we built the integration for you. Is there any operational kind of duties that you've taken on the integration side that developers may want to know about? Or
we didn't get to do anything. Spicenet team did everything for us. I think our link of GitHub, and 1 week after that we got the integration.
Yeah, awesome. So there you hear. That's something we're still doing for everyone. Well, it depends on who you are. I shouldn't say everyone. If you've built something as cool as what Mustafa has built, and we decide that it's a really cool application for Spice Flow to integrate with, then you should hit us up, because we are doing integrations for people at the moment. And yeah, like Mustafa said, he didn't even have to do any of the work, and now he's getting the distribution to the new chains. So that's eventually people will have to integrate on their own, and we won't be probably building as many for other people, but for the time being, that's something we can do. And then what about now that the integration is live? Like, any operational issues that has it caused for you? And you can be totally honest, because these are things we're trying
To
to.
be totally honest, we didn't get any problem. So the protocol work like if it's just a Pharos native protocol.
Okay,
Nothing is changed on our side.
awesome. Karthik, what about on the user side? Because I know we've been in the discussion with people testing today. Do you want to maybe address like any of the issues that people have run into so far, or talk about like feedback, things that you think are important to note?
Yeah, so one thing that people are actually kind of getting confused is that Brokex has its own faucet, which gives you gas on Pharos, and then we kind of have our own faucet, which gives you test tokens on other networks. So people kind of confused and ended up using Brokex's faucet. Um, so that is one issue, but then not really on the tech side. Other parts, some users reported that base was slow. Kind of looking at some of the transactions to make sure. May just be that base was congested, but they did say the transactions did go through. So that is one. And then some small UI UX fixes. Um, but yeah, mostly positive feedback from users though.
Nice. And so are there any fixes that users should be expecting that are ongoing right now, or everything's good for the moment?
I think we've already made one fix. So initially we gave 100 test tokens, but then just in the morning, we bumped it up to, sorry, in the evening we bumped it up to 200. So users will be getting 200 tokens. Um, Apart from that, not we don't want to make a lot of changes while the campaign is going on and risk
Mhm.
breaking the app. So most changes will come after, but then people can still use the integration after. So yeah, but then if anything breaks, we'll make the fixes. Nothing major.
Yeah.
Campaign.
If you are part of the campaign, we'll request that you join the conversation in the Discord. We have the Spicenet testnets channel in that Discord. You should have access to the channel. Oh, sorry, a little sick post Solana breakpoint. So excuse my throat's hurting, but yes, in the channel, in the Discord, you can provide feedback. We're actively talking in there, helping diagnose any issues that people do end up having. Yeah, and just open to receive that feedback and build the best product we possibly can for everyone involved. I think that's all we wanted to talk about today. I know, Mustafa, you're quite busy building out and improving Brokex. Do you want to give people an idea of where you guys are at and what your next steps are as a protocol before we sign off for today?
So for the mainnet launch, I think that will be in mid-January, so in less than a month. And for the launch, we will only list 10 assets Apple, Tesla, big forex pairs, gold, S&P 500, to test the protocol on the mainnet. And when we be sure that everything is working good, we will add a lot of other assets. And our goal is to be for example, add crypto trading, but with CFDs. But that will take a little bit of time because crypto asks really more liquidity than others assets right now.
Yeah. So So yeah, when gold is live trading on your platform, I can blame you if people start selling their Bitcoin and buying gold.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. Any way that our community can get involved and support you guys over the next couple of months, let them know. I mean, we'll obviously put your X up on the screen here, but if you also want to kind of deliver a call to action for anyone watching, that would be great as well.
We will also open a vault, so people will involved in our protocol. And I think that if people deposit liquidity on the vault, that can be really great for us and for them too, because they will get a very big part of all our fees on the protocol.
Nice. Can you explain what the purpose of the vault is a little bit more?
For example, I told you that we have to deposit money to pay people for example, to be paid instantly for the traders. So you will deposit money to be sure that we can pay them at the time, and this leak of money, we will bring it from the liquidity provider. For example, every hours or every day, that will depend on our liquidity. And so people who deposit on the protocol will get a little will get a part of all the fees and the commission that we will get.
Okay,
And we will
awesome.
be very generous.
Awesome. So for your mainnet launch, which you said is in about a month, the best ways people can get involved early is, well, they can use your product in testnet right now, get familiar
Yes.
with it, but on day one, they can use it with real funds on the assets that you guys are offering on day one, and then provide you guys with liquidity to help power that product. Those are the two best ways.
Yes, right.
Awesome. So yeah, guys, give Brokex at BrokexFi a follow. It's on the screen. If you're here today and you're excited to try out their product, you can do so. If you didn't get into the Spicenet Devnet campaign this time, you will have to set up on Pharos testnet. It's the Atlantic testnet natively and test it there. But you guys are more than welcome to do that, and I would highly encourage you to do so. It's a really cool app. And yeah, obviously hit Mustafa with your feedback and your love. And then when it comes time for mainnet launch in a month, you can trade a handful of the largest stocks. I think you named Tesla, Apple, maybe Nvidia, if I'm not mistaken, and then some commodities as well, like gold. So if you guys want exposure to those things, you don't want to move money off chain into your bank account to trade these assets, Brokex has you covered. They've got deep liquidity for that stuff. You guys can test it out with real funds in a month or so and deposit liquidity to help them provide those services as well. And without further ado, guys, we're going to sign off for today and get back to work. Always busy building and improving. Thank you guys for tuning in. And thanks again, Mustafa, for coming to join us and being our first live DevNet participant integration for Spice Flow. And we'll see you guys all soon. Stay spicy.
Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you.